This is NR2003 Predicts. We take the entry list of the top 3 NASCAR series, send them through the N ratings algorithm, set them up by their provisional lineups, and set the forecast as they will be on race day, and we see what the computer says will be the finishing order on race day. Xfinity race taking place on Saturday. Daniel Hemrick first to the line, grabbing the victory, followed by Justin Haley, Michael Annett, Noah Gragson, and Jade Buford. Riley Herbst and Ty Gibbs also up there inside the top 10. Pretty big race of attrition. Jeb Burton grabs the top 20, but then you move all the way back to 30th and you see Austin Cindric, one of the playoff drivers, and then a lot of them back here between 31st and 40th. Allmendinger, Jones, Allgaier, and Burton all involved in accidents and dropping out of the race, along with Cindric. Now it's time for the Cup event. Kyle Larson, Ryan Blaney out in front. Cloudy day here in Kansas City, and the green flag is out here at Kansas. Larson better on the initial jump than Ryan Blaney is, but Keselowski goes to the inside, and Chase Elliott trying to follow, trying to put Larson back to third place before the first lap's even complete. But before we can get back to the start-finish line, Michael McDowell too high off the corner exit. He's going to go around on the front stretch. Everyone avoids him, and that is going to bring out our first caution of the day as the 34 goes around. We will hit the green flag. Kyle Larson now out in front. It looks like there were a few pit stops there, but the 5 car stays out on the racetrack, assumes the lead. Kevin Harvick with the best average finish among the drivers in the race today, 9.1 for him, only driver with an average of the top 10, and Chase Elliott, driver up behind him, is currently to his side. Joey Logano, a 3-time winner at this racetrack, Denny Hamlin, Kevin Harvick also there along with him. 8 total winners in the field today. Logano trying to see if he can be the first to make it to 4, but looks like he has a little bit of hood damage. He's currently outside the top 10. Might have had some contact on pit lane. A problem here for Alex Bowman. He started to slow down, went to the outside of the racetrack trying to let all the traffic by. He'll shift down to the inside. No caution comes out, but it looks like that's going to be an end of his day. Mechanical issue for him. 11 top 5s contributing to Harvick being atop the average finish list. Martin Truex Jr. has 9 here, along with Kyle Busch. And here comes Denny Hamlin, unscheduled pit stop for him, one of the playoff contenders. Not sure why he's coming down now. Sounds like he's got a flat tire, and he's going to have to fight his way back from this one. However, if we stay green, this might be the only pit stop he has to make for this stage, and he might be able to catch back up with the leaders when they have to make their service later on. Kyle Busch, 13 top 10s at this racetrack. Right now, not inside the top 10. Looks like he's struggling with speed, trying to make sure he can get up there and earn some stage points. And here we see Hamlin fighting back now that he has some fresh tires. He has gone by the 4 car, trying to go by the 9. That would put him, I believe, back on 1 lap down. And as we see Kyle Larson coming down the pit lane, it looks like service will allow the 11 car to get back on the lead lap. Here we see the 9 and the 4. They've been close to each other throughout these playoffs, but they are staying close to each other. Going on the pit lane, Chase Elliott gets out in front first, but on the final lap of the stage, caught up in some lap traffic. The 4 car is going to choose the better lane here, going down into turn 3. You like that high line, but the 4 is behind some faster traffic, and he is going to get by the 9 right at the end of the stage and take that stage win. Elliott, Larson, Truex Jr., Denny Hamlin will make up the top 5. Keselowski and Kyle Busch also inside the top 10. So despite that flat tire, Hamlin able to fight his way back into the top 5. Fortunate for him, no cautions there. That allowed him to get back on the lead lap. Chase Elliott will be out in front for the restart, but we got problems here. Ryan Newman going around. He's going to get tagged by David Starr, and Cole Custer, Josh Bilicki also collected. I believe that will take the 52 out of the race. Looks like everyone else that was involved is going to be okay. We'll try to get restarted on stage 2, but more problems off of turn 4 as Ryan Blaney goes into the wall, and Brad Keselowski also collected. Ryan Newman once again, he'll get spun around and into the 12 car. So now we'll have to stack him up once again. Martin Truex Jr. now out in front, but he is not taking off fast. It looks like he might have had a little bit of contact on pit lane, and he is not going fast on the restart. Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, Denny Hamlin, and pretty much the rest of the field is going to go underneath them. 19 cars starting to shift back, and more problems off of turn 4. Justin Haley into the wall. Tyler Reddick's going to turn him in a big hit by Michael McDowell. Cole Custer also involved. Quinn Houff David Starr. Man, multiple cars getting torn up here. And a few more dropouts from that one. And more trouble off of turn 4. This time Ryan Ellis gets into the wall. Chase Briscoe is going to be the one that spins around. And Joey Logano right into him. And Brad Keselowski also gets collected, along with the 53 of Joey Gase. There's the contact with the 22 and the big hit with the 53. And Keselowski also going to run right into the 22. Logano's day is done. Keselowski might be able to continue, but the playoff drivers continue to take hits here in a very messy Stage 2. Very few laps run under green as we just try to get this one fired off once again, and Anthony Alfredo into the turn 4 wall. He's around, however, it looks like this time it's going to be a one-car incident. Fortunate that we're not going to see more cars taken out of this race, at least just yet. As Harvick has the restart, and now it's Chase Elliott into the wall. Turn 4 continues to be Calamity Corner, and he's going to get turned around by Kyle Larson, and Ryan Blaney also up into the wall. However, there was a lot of light contact there, so I think they'll all be able to continue, but this is just madness for all these playoff drivers trying to keep it clean, and it looks like we'll finally start to get some laps underneath our belts. Kyle Larson, the only driver that's feeling super safe after getting that victory at Texas. However, he's going to try to go for another victory. Playoff points are irrelevant at this point, but you might as well show the hand that you've got. And a big hit here, David Starr. He was a slow car, and he runs right into the 17 as they exit the tri-oval. And there's going to be a tight battle to the start-finish line, and it was Kyle Busch that beat out Kyle Larson for the stage victory. That's going to be valuable points for Busch. Harvick, Hamlin, and Bell will make up the top 5, and Chase Elliott's also there in 6th position. So a very messy Stage 2 behind us. We head into our longest stage. 107 laps here. Oh, and it looks like the 3-car running low on turn 1. He's out of brakes. And into the wall he goes, along with Eric Almirola. The 3-car really sent it down there. He didn't have much to do there. It looks like his brakes went away. And just tried to scrub off as much speed as he could. It was never going to work down there. And more trouble here in turn 1 once again, as Chase Elliott now up in the wall. And that car is not rolling. He is going to be out of this race. And at this point, it looks like 3 of the 4 drivers that were below the cut line coming into this race are now out of the race, and they're not going to get the big points at the end. And more troubles here out of turn 4. This time it's Denny Hamlin going around. Coming back up on the racetrack, and he's going to get plowed by Austin Dillon. And a big accident here as Martin Truex Jr. also collected. And that is the last driver still in the field that is below the cut line coming into this one. And it looks like he'll be able to stay, I believe, in the race. I don't believe I can say the same for the 11 car. He is stalled on the racetrack and getting out of the race car. So now, if my math is right, we're down to 4 playoff drivers still on the racetrack. And Truex Jr. going to get turned into the wall. Hard hits to turn 1. Ross Chastain, Eric Jones, Daniel Suarez, all making contact, and now into the turn 1 and 2 wall. And that might take the 19 car out now, as he was a slow car trying to keep pace, but it was not working. And he got turned by the 7 car of Corey LaJoie. Now we start to see if we can get this thing rolling in Stage 3. Kyle Larson looking to the low side of Kyle Busch, going for the lead. Busch could use that victory to make sure that he is going to the championship 4. They're going to make green flag pit stops. That was a slow entry. A big mistake by Kyle Busch. Going to see if Larson can do a little bit better than that. And he has a little bit of a mistake entering pit lane as well. However, we're going to get back onto the racetrack, and it looks like Kyle Larson had the faster stop by a lot. Kyle Busch went for 2 tires on the right side, and they had a holdup. Larson took the same strategy, but they were quick on their stop, and now the 5 car is cruising to a victory here. Already got the win at Texas, but in a condensed playoff field all of a sudden after a lot of accidents, it looks like the 5 car is going to go to victory lane here today. Add Kansas to the win list for Kyle Larson, who gets the checkered flag here in Kansas City. Victory for Larson, heartbreak for Kyle Busch, who looked like he had a chance to hang in there with the 5 car, but a mistake on pit lane is going to cost him. Kevin Harvick, William Byron, Christopher Bell also up there in the top 5, and Ryan Blaney, the last driver among those that were able to stay on the track, he would end up a lap down in 8th position. Tough break for a lot of drivers today, all ending up with torn up equipment. You'll see down there in 18th, Martin Truex Jr., the first driver that was out of this race, and that was 18th. He tried his best to stay on there. Slow car for him, ended up going into the wall and collecting a few other drivers like Daniel Suarez, who was able to stay on the track. 17th for him. Ross Chastain, Eric Jones will still be able to claim top 20 days. Denny Hamlin will end up in 22nd after his accident. Chase Elliott in 26th. Brad Keselowski in 29th. And Joey Logano in 31st. All of them having issues on the racetrack that would take them out. Alex Bowman is going to end up in last place. That was for a mechanical issue unrelated to an accident. That is it for NR2003 Predicts. We hope you enjoy the race, and we will see you all next time.